Let's take a look at some of the basics of file handling in Google Drive. So I'm going to start by just coming up and clicking on this folder called Backup here. And one of the things that you'll notice is that when I do that, what happens is a couple of different icons show up. And so each one of these allows me to do something a little bit different. I can actually get a link to this, which allows me to share this with somebody that I want to have access to view these files. I can also share it this way, so it gives me a pop-up window where I can enter the names and addresses of individuals that I want to share this particular folder with. I can change my editing settings. I can allow them to view it or edit it. And if I need to, I can go to my advanced menu here where it gives me a little bit more options, a few more options to explore with the sharing settings. I can delete or remove this, so when I remove a folder or file, it throws it into the trash. Remember, after 30 days, the trash is automatically emptied. And then for these three icons, or these three little dots right here, I have more actions. So I can choose to open it with apps that I've connected, which we'll look at a little bit later. I can add it to a new folder. I can move it to an existing folder, or the starred icon right here, I can just click on this and it stars it. That will throw it into this category here. I can add a color to it. So for example, if I want to make it a little bit easier for me to see that, you notice that it changes that in this view as well as in my table of contents over here. I can also view details, which we talked about from this icon right here, or I can choose to download the entire folder from this menu as well. Now, just like in other programs, we can also get to some of these options found here by simply right-clicking. So again, on a PC or Mac, we can right-click with the mouse. On the Chromebook, it's a two-finger press over here, and that gets you to this contextual menu here. Again, I get to a preview. I can open with different apps, and I can also do all of the other things that we saw in this icon. So know that we can get to those options from either here or simply by right-clicking. I want you to also notice that the different icons or different file types are represented by different icons. So for example, this is a Google Form file, and I can recognize that by this icon here. A PDF file, you notice that it indicates that it's a PDF file. This is a spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, and then down here we actually have a Word document that's indicated or represented by this word here. Now, one of the nice things about Google Drive, which is similar to other Drive environments, it allows me to actually click and hold and move. So let's just say I want to move this to my backup folder. I just simply click, hold, and then drop it into my backup folder. So now that's gone from the My Drive folder here, which is where I'm at. And now if I click on Backup folder, you notice that I can look at my breadcrumbs here and figure out where I'm at, that folder now resides here. So I'm going to do that for a couple of others. I'm going to move that untitled form into there as well. And I'm also going to move this copy here that I have. So I have now thrown three folders or three files into this backup folder. You notice that the expansion icon right here isn't showing up because there's no folders underneath, there's just files. I click on that, and now I see that I am, these copies are now located under the backup folder. Now, if I wanted to, I could say, okay, well, let's move this down into Docs right here. Actually, let's move this one into Docs since this one's a doc. And I'm going to throw that in there, and again, when I click on that, again, notice that my breadcrumbs up here really show me where I'm at. And under Docs, I have this file right here. The other nice thing about these breadcrumbs is I can very quickly, instead of having to come to my table of contents, just click up here, and that takes me all the way back out to the My Drive icon. So a real nice, easy way to navigate through My Drive. Let's come back in here, and let's just say, for example, I want to take this guy right here, and I really think this is an important document that I'd like to get to quickly and easily. So I'm just going to right-click, and I'm going to add a star to that. Now, notice that it said added or star added to one file. Sometimes when you do things in Drive you didn't mean to do, you'll see an information window like this, and you can undo that last action. But in this case, I want to keep that action. I'm going to contract that file there, and notice that now under starred, I have that one file that I've started. So again, that's a quick, easy way to get to these items that you think are the most important. So practice a little bit by creating folders and taking and maybe color coding some of your folders. Again, we can just simply right click and change the colors of those if we need to, and just play around, move some things around, see if you can't get Drive set up how you like it to be, and that way you have the opportunity to get in again and play and get more comfortable with the system.